I get it. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Just so you know, it's a live feed going on right now.
Okay.
That is a very radiant color.
Oh,
And
okay.
it looks good on you.
Okay, see? How you doing?
Hi, I'm Alice from the dispatch. So when will you be coming to dispatch?
It was February 9th.
Uh-huh. And what is your Eagle Scout project?
I did like some companies.
Oh, so I think I interviewed you, and I think I wrote an article about it.
Yes.
Yeah, so now I remember you. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Oh, good
let
job.
me take a picture of you again here.
We're up to
So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I would just write a little bit more, but yeah, that was a pretty cool sign. And thank you.
I'm good, how are you?
Well, yes and no. I'm the president of the, well, not officially till September 1st.
Congratulations.
Did you say you're the president of the teachers union?
I'm incoming president.
Oh, can I
Yes.
give you like my email address and stuff?
Yeah, sure. I'm
Okay, so
Mike Grosso.
I'm Alice Gerard from the Island Dispatch,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and I would love for you to send me stuff and us to stay in contact.
Alice, yeah,
Yes,
okay. How about if I touched you now, to the cell phone?
yes, yes, so it's 716 844 1287.
Okay, I'll send you my. You know how to get our email addresses from the school website, or?
Not really.
Okay, well, it's actually very easy. If you go, everybody's is the same. I'll send you one, everybody's is the same format.
Uh-huh.
It's just our full name, together, no spaces.
Mm-hmm.
GIC.org.
Oh, okay.
So I'll send it to you, and I'll send you back your info.
Yes.
No, that'd be great, yeah, yeah. We love the companies and, dispatch. So
Yes, the dispatch.
I'm trying to think of who, 441-287.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'll send it there, and one more.
Yeah, well, I would like to facilitate that.
Okay, wonderful.
Great, thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, you too.
Okay, awesome.
Evening, right?
Yeah. Blend. If you're up just outside of Rochester.
Yeah, I wonder Fisher.
Oh, okay, okay.
Live version of, I'll show you photo, I'll show you. So I want to teach them because they have, the most snow days of anybody. I don't know if that's true or just.
I didn't hear more about it. I don't know if there was much more snow, maybe we were.
I want to check one, too.
My front daughters are my girls, so they're always buying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you're not letting it die, which is a really good thing.
Week 4.
Finding out that, right?
Mondays we'll have, like I told you, the new
Mike, three.
orientation is the week of August 21st.
Okay.
So, for
Mike 2,
Wednesday the 24th,
Mike 1.
Wednesday of that week, we have a whole afternoon, the new teachers come with the union. I'm not gonna be available then myself, but, the other officers.
Podium, check 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, all right, great.
Yeah, Wednesday, yeah, so I think your orientation is Monday, Tuesday, Monday the 22nd, to the 25th, I think Monday to Thursday.
Okay.
So that afternoon, buy you guys lunch at the country club, on the road, and go over the contract, and see what questions you have.
Great.
Thank you. Yes. It's a great place to work.
Good.
So you're gonna go over to English. You're just turning your shirt inside out. English. Beautiful English teacher, it's like herding cats.
But I still have my feet. So,
So, you're never gonna shoot, that's,
no, I can't.
like, that's what stays with you forever.
It does. I just ran, I went in, and I knew it was summer school. So my,
Well, it's not in there. Well, Rick's got the, with Christian. Yeah. And then, Marvin, she's also special ed certified. So, some days, that's thinking that by myself, out there training, same kids that we all have. Kids that I was thrilled that Robin changed the IP access. And I said to her, this is a good problem, but I don't feel like I have the time in school it takes, and the big chunk of time to really look at those at the start of the year. And it's, so I was testing I have to do the parent, like, yes. I said, it's okay, I'll get us, I hope someone's spoken up, but nobody's supposed to do it. Yeah, that's when we need, that's when we need to do that. So that's good.
and I was a little afraid that I would lose that. I'm gonna try to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're learning more. Yeah. So we.
Yeah, I have a big agenda. My friend.
Yeah. I can, go out to Maine next week, so. How about you? Keeping kids busy?
swim. Take my car down.
The school bus, yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah. Hey, don't
Like
like
I've
that.
been for so long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
Most of the time, but,
Just graduated college and every student teaching in the class. And my twins graduated high school, so they're off to college. It's going to be really quiet, you know, because then he's goes with her. Looking like guilty. Running somewhere, doing something. Yeah.
I'm just gonna train.
Yeah, well, more human stuff, I guess that's why I agreed to do that. It was good timing that way. But hopefully, more exercises, more things. My wife actually was texting me, driving the girls to New York City for their kind of sneak trip instead of a party they used to go in New York City.
Oh, how, that's great.
They did, they went to Italy
Nice.
for dinner.
You have smart girls too.
Yeah, that was a good
Experience when you
Italy.
I know.
Then we're going to
Wesley.
M&M store. And then Ellen.
Hi, Ashley. The stream is live. This is Mark. Could you just come on for a second and unmute your mic so we could make sure we could hear you in here?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn the volume up in here so they can hear you better.
Okay.
There's one in there. Oh, actually, I'm working okay because I'm only here for a short while.
Oh, you
So
do?
I'm gonna have to, well,
Did you have to
someone's
go?
gonna kept the laptop.
I did. My sister went and she.
I can only do it for an hour and a half, so Caitlin might be okay then. Okay, so there's one computer there.
Okay, Ashley, we see you. Go ahead and talk again.
Hi, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, you're good. I'm going to turn it down now because I put it up too much, but you're doing great.
Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
Whoa, that's
Okay, one more time. It's a little test and then we're good.
testing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's better. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Well.
It's really wild. Yeah, I mean, 50 mile per hour.
Check 1, 2, 1, 2, check.
For a hurricane, that's not, especially dramatic. Oh, yeah. Because we're too far west to be hit by a hurricane. It would die off because of the elevations.
So how was the movie?
I was telling my kids.
I left,
Just want to say hi.
Universal reservation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that. It's beautiful. When you did the whole thing. Oh, just one picture. Well, any scout is congratulations.
Right here. Oh. So basement window.
That's wicked. That's cool. All right.
Yeah,
So you guys will be able to explain your project.
What? It's a basement window, so it's open for people to come in. So they can project, it's like a training.
Yeah, you already did it.
Quite all right.
App sales is really difficult. And that was on his
And you. Well, you got it. Graham's going to do too.
Was that?
Graham, is you on
Yeah, I think he is.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jude Coon. I'm the district clerk, and I will be starting us off with the reorg meeting. Can I have everybody speak? Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Just in case of emergency, the exits are back behind us and back behind us and in the front there as well. Please silence any cell phones or pagers or anything that you might have, any electronics. So we are going to do roll call. We have Glenn Bovek, trustee. Jay Grover, trustee. Welcome. Sherry Steffens, trustee. Sue Marston, trustee. Danielle Bruno, trustee. Michael Loria, assistant superintendent for staff development and human resource and curriculum. And we have Dr. Brian Graham, superintendent. And we have Ashley Dreyer, trustee, joining us in Google Meet. And excused tonight is trustee Joy Lamarca. So, and also excused is Cheryl Cardone, assistant superintendent for special education and pupil services, and Dr. Ruby Harris, assistant superintendent for school finance and business. All right. So I would like to call for nominations for president for the Grand Island Central School District Board of Education. If anyone has any nominations?
I nominate Dryer.
Okay. Is there any other nominations for school board president? Okay. So I'd like to take a vote on Ashley Dreyer. Or second the nomination?
I'll second.
Thanks, Jim.
I was wondering.
All right, thank you. Yeah, it is. Yeah, thank you. Once a year thing, once a year thing. That's why it's once a year. All right. So nominated Ashley Dreyer is nominated by Sue Marston and seconded by Jay Grover. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nay? All right. Ashley Dreyer is our school board president with a vote of 6-0. Okay. So any nominations for vice president of Board of Education?
I would like to nominate Sue. Sorry.
Any other nominations for vice president for school board? Second?
I'll second.
All right, Chief. All in favor for Sue Marston to be vice president of the school board of education?
Aye.
Any nays? All right, motion carried 6-0. Okay, I'm gonna read your oath. Ashley, I'll start with you.
Okay.
Please repeat after me. I, Ashley Dreyer,
I, Ashley Dreyer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of New York State,
and the Constitution of New York State,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of Board of Education President
the duties of Board of Education President
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Please, sir. Repeat after me. I'm Susan Marston.
I, Susan Marston,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of New York State,
and the Constitution of New York State.
and that I will faithfully discharge
I will faithfully discharge
the duties of
the duties of
the Board of Education Vice President
Board of Education Vice President
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
So Jude, in that, we start with the committees, or does that fall under the Board of Education section?
So now, what is it, item regarding board action, so the reorg, do we have one? So the reorg, that's what we're gonna start.
Okay?
Oops. We take it usually by now.
Okay.
So it's, a little motion to.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so section E is actually 142.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do our reorg part of the meeting. We are looking for a motion. Oh, Sherry, do you have a question? Any questions? No, let's do you have questions before we start?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like a motion to approve the, items A1 through 42.
I will make a motion to approve that.
Any seconds?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions? Carried 6-0. Okay. I need a motion to approve section B 1 through 5. Can I get a motion?
I think we gotta.
Oh, this is the list. Do we have the list?
We had the list from last year.
Yep,
you got
one last year, you guys want to
and we'll make changes accordingly. I don't need to change anything for me, but I'm willing to change for anybody else. I'm willing to change my own stuff.
Sorry. Okay.
You want to do the
Yeah, they're all sit here. What's up?
I'm looking at
was in their envelope.
It's in your folder.
Oh.
It's in folders.
Don't worry.
That's okay.
I got it right here, yep. All right, so we'll start with our Erie County Association of School Boards. We have our delegate assembly. Glenn was our first with myself as a alternate. Glenn, you said you wanted to stay on that committee?
Yeah, I'll stay on anything unless someone wants to step in the roles.
Going once?
Wait, what committee is that?
It's the delegate assembly
It's the first
at Erie County.
Yes.
Okay. Legislation is Ashley with Glenn as the alternate, and I'll stay as the alternate for the delegate. Stay the same, Ashley? Yeah?
I would like to, if possible, yes, unless someone else really, really wants that.
All right.
I'm fine staying there if someone wants to take it over, that's fine.
All right, so you're gonna become the alternate then?
Okay.
Great. For the legislature, yes. Yes, and then the budget and finance team, I would like to stay on as the delegate unless somebody really would like to take part. Anybody want to be the alternate? I know Ashley has been, because the meetings are usually the same, like they usually go back to back.
Oh, I can stand as the alternate. Unless someone else wants it.
It's yours. The annual business meeting and resolutions, Ashley has been our delegate with Glenn as the alternate.
I can do all.
That's fine.
That's fine.
All right. You're doing good, Glenn. High school PTA, Jay, did you want to stay on?
Yes, I'd love to stay.
Glenn is an alternate, or does anybody else?
I don't need to stay on there, if someone wants to go on
I
there. I don't have a child in high school
Did
anymore.
you, do you already say?
Yeah, got it.
Sure, for the high school? Sure. All right, Ashley is the middle school, and we'll have to replace our alternate. Nicole with her alternate. Did you want to say?
I will be replaced because I do not have a child at the middle school, so if there's someone who does that would like to do it, let us know.
I mean, I don't have a child in school, but I could do it.
When do they normally have the meetings? Do you know?
They've been scattered throughout the year, but we'll have a better understanding. We have a new president, so as soon as she comes in.
So you don't know if they're typically gonna be,
Yeah,
okay.
Were they typically monthly or was it?
they were sometimes monthly, bi-monthly. We have about 4 meetings a year.
Is it during
Typically
the
on a
day?
Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m.
So
So, is that?
I can share with you content. If you want to be the delegate, I can be the alternate.
That works for me. Yeah.
Danielle, and then Jay is the alternate. All right, and then Hugh Road, we need a new delegate, and I know Hugh Road, you do some meetings during the day and some at night, or are they all during the day?
They're usually
Evening? Anybody want to take on Hugh Road? Okay. And did Joy want to stay on as the alternate?
She did for Kagabine.
Okay. Kagabine, she's the one. I can be the alternate for you. And Kagabine, she wants to stay, and then we have Glenn.
Yeah, as an alternate for Kagabine.
Then I'll put that on.
Okay.
It's close by. if you want to.
Did she want to keep Sidway, because I would become the delegate for,
No, just as an alternate for Kagabine.
I'll take over Sidway. If there's, somebody wants to be the alternate, I know they alternate one during the day, one at night, we've been going every other month. So, okay. Do we have an alternate? All right. Yeah, that's fine. And then the district council, I would like to stay on if I could. Okay. Was Joy okay with the council, or the reason why I'm referring to Ashley is Joy.
Yeah, yeah, she just said just Kagavine and facilities is what she wanted to do.
Okay,
She wanted to stay on facilities and be an alternate for Kagavine, PTA.
okay, so Danielle will be the, alternate for the district council. DISPA is myself as the delegate and Glenn as the alternate, and I would like to stay on. I don't know what I would do if I didn't preach a golf tournament all year.
I would like to stay also.
Okay. Internal audit committee is myself and Glenn. I'm fine with staying
I'm
on.
fine with staying unless someone wants to join. I understand.
Okay, district policy committee is Ashley, Jay, and then we need one more. If Ashley and Jay both want to stay on.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Anybody for policy? Going once. What time does that meeting meet?
Sure, evening.
Yeah. Yeah, we usually have like a board night, 4 or 5 o'clock, so, indeed,
Maybe you
so.
can be recorded.
Okay. Yep. Community relations. I don't think we met, did we? With myself and Danielle?
Yeah.
And that was due with hiring Larry, correct?
Yeah.
Well, we can keep this if we are gonna have the meeting.
Absolutely.
Okay. Community Education Advisory Committee, we have Ashley as, and we would need one more. Food service is myself, and I would like to stay on, we just need one more.
Does that mean, that should be?
Yeah, we do it like 2:30. I mean, we could leave it open and then if somebody else wanted to come, we could do that. I mean, that's all, what's that? So the wellness committee isn't part of our reorg, and we actually just restarted the wellness committee like a month and a half ago, because it's independent of our reorg, so we just actually named the, liaisons, for lack of a better word. So we kind of have a waiting list. We have 2 from the town board, 2 from here. So, and I know, Ashley had said that she would like to be on it as well,
That's
so.
the joint.
It is the joint one. I mean, if there's anything that you would like discussed at the meeting, you can certainly funnel that through myself and, Jane. And then we have our district facilities committee. Glenn,
I'm happy to stay on that.
and Joy, is Joy good with that one?
Yep,
Okay.
yep, and I was on that one too. I don't know, we have 3 on that one.
Yeah, it's Glenn, Joy, and yourself.
Okay.
Okay, that's all of them. So we have to make a motion to approve that one, or are we done? I've never done the other before.
We should motion so we can get.
Oh.
everything we just did.
All right, so we need a motion to approve B1 through 5, and then 1 through 5.
I will motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried 6-0. And then we just have C. I need a motion to approve C 1 through 6.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried 6-0. And then we just need to, one more, I need a motion to approve D, that's the superintendent authorized change orders, capital projects of 15,000. Can I get a motion?
I will motion.
Second,
I will second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried 6-0. All right, I would like to make a motion to adjourn this meeting. The reorg meeting, so we can go.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
At 7:26. No names. Anybody opposed? All right, carried 6-0. So do we have to say the pledge of allegiance?
We don't need to, we can if we want, say it as many times as we want. That's the Boy Scout.
There you go.
We should have the Boy Scouts lead us.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
So I guess we're just gonna start the meeting at 7:27, our regular meeting. And, she already went over all of the silencing your phones, where the emergency exits are. They are directly behind you or behind myself. And if you gentlemen wouldn't mind, we would have the representatives, our new Eagle Scouts from Troop 630, come out and lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I think they went to our
To the flag of
the United States of America
and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
All right, we need a motion to approve the agenda for this evening.
I'll motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried 6-0. And then we need an approval for the minutes from our meeting held June 21st. Can I get a motion?
I will motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried 6-0. All right, on to correspondence and good news.
Well, we're very proud to invite up to the podium 3 of our students who have achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. And John, I'm going to hold you off for last, okay? Because I know you have a prepared speech for us, so we're very excited. But if Connor Leonard could come to the microphone at the podium and just share with us, Connor, your project and how you were able to accomplish this fantastic accomplishment.
All right, so the project, it really started way at the start of COVID. I wanted to originally do some trail renovations at Buckhorn State Park because it's very close to where I live. And I've seen it's always super muddy there. I wanted to just fill in some stuff. But, so I had that all like set and ready, and then right after that COVID hit, I had to indefinitely suspend that project until we could get back together again. So when that did happen, I got back in touch with state parks, and they said, oh, actually you can't do that because it's federally protected wetlands and you have to get permission from the federal government to do a project. So I was getting closer basically to not being able to finish my project anymore because there is a limit where you have to finish your Eagle project within, I believe, 6 months of your 18th birthday, or else you cannot achieve Eagle Scout rank. So I had to start finding a new project because I knew the federal government wouldn't give me the permission I needed in time to complete my project. So I was like searching around like crazy, and then I got in contact with the town parks department. They said, oh, we've been recently doing some renovations at the Nike Beach trails, and we think it would be nice to have a sign there. Would you mind like helping us out making that sign? So I agreed, and we started working together on that. We got the signs and everything. Then it turned out that it's harder to find somebody to make a sign than you would expect. You think like, oh, you just paint stuff on, but no, it needs to be engraved with a CNC router, which is apparently difficult to really use. So then I had to scramble to find someone to help who know how to use one. I needed families and friends, family friends. Nobody was really able to do it. So then somebody recommended me to go to the local company, ASI Signage Innovations, and they do lots of signage projects and stuff locally and whatnot. And so they were able to help, and they got the sign made and like barely in time, like just right within, I think I had a few days to spare when we got done. So I had that done, got help from a few other Boy Scouts that I know, and yeah, so now it's set up at Nike base for all to see. I wish I could say I also made the arch that sign was mounted on, but I wanted to help to make it too, but logistically would have been just too hard to get that done within my time frame.
So I do have a photo. I couldn't put it up on the screen today, but this is a picture of the work that Connor did or had his leadership help facilitate. Oh, sorry, Mark. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Mark. So Connor, how many years have you been in scouting?
I originally started Cub Scouts, I believe, in kindergarten, so I think 13 years now.
Would you encourage scouting for others?
Absolutely. The skills and just so like the community from it is so invaluable, I'd have to say.
Awesome. We're very, very proud of you. Let's give Connor a big round of applause. That was great. Just have a seat. We'll get a group picture at the end. So let's have Xander come up and share his project.
All right, so mine started off with my friends and family, a lot of which are firefighters. So when I had to do my Eagle project, I naturally strayed to them to ask them if I could do it for them. So I asked my cousin, who had a great idea, for a basement window training piece so that they can practice in their full equipment going in and out of a small basement window. You know, that's pretty hard. It's pretty heavy, it's a small space. So, you know, a lot of work buying all the lumber, cutting it, pre-preparing it. Then the day when we were assembling it, the entire troop was on a camp out. So it was just my family and I making this entire basement piece. So it was a good experience.
Xander, I saw the photo you brought.
Yeah.
Would you hold it up to the camera? And Mark, if you could zoom in on this. So this is handmade and you donated it to the volunteer firefighters on Grand Island, and they use it as if it's a basement window to get in and out of and practice. That's remarkable. Excellent job. So would you also recommend scouting for?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. You know, a lot of friends you make, good experiences going camping, Thanksgiving dinners. You know, it's great for like a small kid to learn all that stuff.
Is your family very proud of you?
Hope so.
A tremendous
Get some
accomplishment.
smiles from your.
Does anybody have any questions about this project? All right, congratulations. All right, John Minton. Hear a little bit about your project.
So my project started off with like couldn't find any ideas with food, so we finally got the idea to create a ticket booth for a church that's on the island, St. Stephen's. So they needed a ticket booth for all their like events and such things like that. So my dad and I went shopping and got the lumber and started working on it. And I don't think that's a picture. But
Oh, you didn't bring it?
I did.
Oh, do you? Yeah, that'd be great. You could pass it around for the board to see.
But yeah, it was a cool project.
Well, that's okay. So how long did it take you from start to finish?
3 months.
Great. And St. Stephen's will use it for all of their events where they sell tickets and for various projects. Excellent. Parish players too. That's great. John, I asked the other boys if they would recommend scouting. What's your take on it?
I would totally recommend it. The life skills you learn from it, all the merit badges that go along with scouting, and like moving up to the next rank and that motivation to get forward is pretty valuable for other life skills and other things down the road.
For any of the boys, if the boys could stand for a minute.
I know I said this when we had Raceland at our meeting, but you know, the magnitude of someone becoming an Eagle Scout is really, really The dedication of not only the scout and the troop, it's really the parents behind them. It is quite crazy. There's a lot of requirements. It requires a lot of time. It requires a lot of dedication and focus. It starts in first grade. So these three have worked on it since first grade till 6 months before their 18th birthday. And it's really a lot of work, and it really shows a lot of dedication, not only from the scouts, but their parents. So congratulations to all of you and your parents. I mean, I know we have 2 Eagle Scouts in our family, and I think my brother eagled from 630 and 82, was it? Yeah, 82, and then my nephew from another troop out in Orchard Park. But I mean, you should all be commended, family, friends, the troop. It's just really, it's really a great moment. And really, for all of those that would consider it, it's really valuable to be on college application and also job applications. It is really highly respected and looked at. So congratulations.
Jen, if you want to bring the phone over, we'll pass this around so the board members can see your project.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's very nice.
And for our other Eagle Scouts, just hang tight. We're going to continue with our correspondence and recognition, and we'll take pictures at the end. Nice job, Mr. Minton. Yep, good job. Up next, if we could have our students who helped with the water for Sudan come to the podium, that would be great. And Mr. Fitz, if you want to,
He's
if we
gonna
have
take a
a
picture.
picture.
He wants to take a picture.
We'll do it at the end. And then for Sean and Avery, if there's anybody in the hallway that want to come in, they're welcome.
There are seats in the front row, Sean.
So at this time, we're going to have, Mr. Fitzpatrick will talk a little bit and then introduce our students.
Max and Andrew, come on up here. So over the course of the last couple of years, our seventh grade classes have been raising money to purchase a well in South Sudan. We already have one well that has our middle school name on it, and we're raising money to purchase a second well. These boys were a part of a team of people, an entire team in seventh grade who participated in raising money to purchase a well in South Sudan. And it's really based on a book called A Long Walk for Water, about a young boy who led refugees to a refugee camp in Africa. Over 1,000 refugees were led by this boy, and he talks about his travels to get food and water. And when he came to the United States, he actually lives in Rochester, and we connected with his father, and his father said, I think you need to start helping people. So that's where the inspiration came from. And these guys were certainly a part of a class that raised over $2,000 for South Sudan.
Great. Just briefly, if any of the students or Mr. Fitzpatrick, if you could just share, how is it exactly they raised money? What exactly did you do?
We basically went around and just asked family members and friends just to see how much money we could raise.
Right.
So at the end of the school year, we walked around the track for the entire day.
Okay, that's a long time. So was the money that you're raising connected to the length of your walk in any way?
Not really.
Like, was there a pledge if you walked a mile, you would get X number of dollars, anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay, just you had a walk. Good. That's fantastic. What's your name?
Leslie.
Leslie, thank you very much. Do any of the other boys have anything to add to the project?
Did you guys have to carry jugs this year?
No.
No, and I think it was because it was so hot. this year that we decided not to. There were years past where you got to choose to carry jugs of water,
Right,
to kind of, do what Sal the Duke did.
right.
But because of the warm weather this year, we said no, and the kids just had to walk around the track.
Well, raising $2,000 is incredible, and it's gonna, serve some people very well. So congratulations, boys. We really appreciate your leadership in that. Congratulations. You guys just have to see a little picture with the board momentarily. And Natalie Kopp, are you here this evening? Natalie, would you come up and explain to the board the tremendous leadership you and your friend exhibited in Washington, D.C.?
Well, we went to DC and spoke with Congressman about passing the pasture act to help get anti-resistant drugs passed at like a rate where if the drug works, you can, the government will give you money to keep the drug on the shelf even if it's not being used. Or especially with CFers to have the drugs work longer and so.
So this is all in support of cystic fibrosis?
Yeah.
And again, that Pasture Act is, I think, designed to open up some other possibilities regarding antibiotics as well, right?
Yeah.
So Natalie, who did you meet with?
We met with representatives with Chris Jacobs, like their staff, Body of Tenny, Pagan, and then some.
Wow, that's amazing. So, and you went with your friend from Clarence?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, would you go again someday?
If I can, hopefully, yeah. Because there'll be different things that we can do every day.
Do you think your voice had a role in educating members of Congress?
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And Natalie, what is your connection to CF, if you wanted to share that or not?
My little brother has.
And they do a lot of wonderful things. The Cove family has been organizing a walk since I think Adam was one, and very young. They've raised a ton of money for the cause. So for you to take it down to Washington, DC really puts the icing on the cake for all that your family does and your friends, I guess I should say, right? So thank you.
Does anybody have any questions for Natalie? Congratulations, very, very proud of you. Okay, Natalie, maybe we'll start with you, and if our board could just go in front of the table, we'll get a picture with Natalie, and then our middle school students and our Eagle Scouts. So I'll grab a couple and then you grab and then Alice. Grab some pictures. All right. Go. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Very good. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. How about our middle school kids? Slow down, Johnny. All right. Same thing, I'll take some pictures and then Alice and parents can jump in. All right, boys, get ready. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Cute. Cute. Thank you. All right, Eagle Scouts, come on up. Good. Same thing. Get ready. 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, Sue.
Now don't feel like you have to stay to the end.
Oh, we don't? And we're graduating, so back in
I know, right? Goodbye.
So a lot of great news, that's exciting.
Congratulations.
It's good
Thank
to
you.
see our students being involved in doing wonderful things. So the next item is the public session, or comment session for agenda items only. We do not have anybody sign up, so we'll move on to curriculum and instruction.
Good evening, everyone. For curriculum instruction, we have one action item today and then 3 informational items. The first is our 2022 summer curriculum proposals, which we have a lot of proposals this year, which I think is good news. Last year, we had significantly less coming out of the pandemic. A lot of people didn't want to work last summer, and our teachers are very excited to get their projects underway this summer. We completed a summary this year. We broke it up by building so you can get a sense of how many requests came in from the high school, middle school, and elementary. And if you took a chance to look through these summary pages, you'll see some of the adjustments that were made in the process of approving them. So I'm asking for a motion for curriculum and instruction A.
Does anybody have any questions? Motion?
I'll motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried 6-0.
Thank you.
So,
Go ahead. For B, C, and D, B is our annual library reports from each of our buildings. So those are summaries annually presented to the board for information. Our June 2022 curriculum update for last month. And then also our June 2022 final report for the Leslie R. Morris Memorial Philanthropic Fund, which we will be looking at on the finance. The donation was made in the amount of $500 for next year. So Dr. Kramer met with us and was satisfied with the final report and was willing to donate for next year. Next year, the grant will move to the high school. This year, as many of you know from our PTA joint meeting, Dr. Kramer and Sharon Mudd did a presentation on the middle school on how the funds were used this past year. So we're looking forward to working with Dr. Kramer again this year and her generosity, and you'll be voting on that donation in the finance section.
just real quick, with our new board member, did you just want to explain
I will.
how long it's been going on, how it rotates through every school, just so she's aware of what we're.
Yeah, I believe it's been going on for a little over a decade. Sharon Kramer is a professor at Buff State, and her husband was as well. He passed away. Dr. Leslie Morris passed away, and she, to honor him and his interests, decided to set up a fund for Grand Island schools to benefit the purchasing books for our libraries, various libraries. So every year the grant rotates through a different building, and the librarian has some discretion with some general parameters to use, whether it's weather or sports or targets male population. They tend to reflect the interests of Dr. Leslie Morris when he was alive. And we've done some different ways of highlighting the purchases and highlighting the project over the years. This past year we did it at our PTA meeting, our joint PTA meeting, and it went over really well with our parents here at the high school where the meeting was held. So we're really excited to work with our librarians. It's kind of a nice little fun for them to do something creative and interesting with their students every year. And so, as I said, we just really support, we really are appreciative of her support for us. And I've kind of gotten to know her over the years a little bit more on a personal level too. And I appreciate that she continues to do this year after year. So if you have any questions, you can always either ask now or let me know. But
Thanks. Anybody have any questions for curriculum and instruction before we move on? Okay, on to personal instructional. We need a motion. Sorry. We need a motion for PNI 1 through PNI 4 with the addition of Robert Wolf for bus driver training, which was added. This would like to get started before our August meeting. Anybody have any questions? Can I get a motion?
I'll motion.
All in favor? Oh, no, wait a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Carried 6-0. All right. What's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I skipped instructional.
Okay.
So we'll go back to instruction. I'd like you to approve it for PI 1 through PI 3, please.
I will motion. Approve that.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried 6-0. Sorry about that. Any instructions?
I think we do have an introduction. Mr. Roker.
Good evening, Board of Education. I have two introductions tonight. First, I'd like to introduce Brockton Funky. Brockton, if you wouldn't mind standing up. So Brockton is a licensed master social worker in training in therapeutic crisis intervention. He graduated from Byron Virgin High School. He has a bachelor's in psychology from Geneseo and a master's in social work from University of Georgia. And Brockton spent his last 4 years at Erie Wembosi's in their high school alternative and special ed programs, working to integrate incentive-based PBIS programs along with positive intervention, provided individual and group counseling, and improved the overall school climate. So we're excited to bring Brockton on as our new social worker district-wide, especially to help support a lot of the programs that we want to be implementing here in the high school. So we're really excited to have Brockton on our team.
Welcome.
So welcome.
Welcome.
All right. Our second introduction is kind of a reintroduction. Eileen Reisland. Eileen has been a special education teacher here in the high school, working with the English department for 9 years. She's always focused on grades 10 and 11. She's going to be moving into a classroom English position, which she's very excited about, and we're very excited about seeing what she's going to bring to the department. She's always been able to build great relationships with her students. She always keeps working and moving forward with new lessons and always improving and updating material. So she's full of energy and new ideas. This year she did take over the graduation committee, did a wonderful job on that, and she has been a class advisor in the past. So we're really excited for her moving into her new position. So,
Eileen, we're very proud of you.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Graham.
This
Appreciate
is a really big move, and it's rare for people to make moves like this, and it's a testament to the high-quality teacher that you are and the fact that you just want to continue